Hello everybody, Redder here. Welcome to another Dokkan battle video. I don't know how am I gonna do this, but my quest for a business trip happening this week, I am going to be away for a few days. I unfortunately won't have enough that I can be able to cover, especially when the release of Daima Goku is gonna come in. So I'm gonna be putting in some videos and seeing what can I do and all that's good stuff. So I apologize if some of the stuff is delayed. So we're gonna showcase LR Chi-Chi, the newest World Tournament LR that you can be able to get from the local bracket rankings. This is a interesting character, and I don't know, people hate the OSC, maybe because it's not Dragon Ball-esque and things like that. You guys are gonna see it, and we'll talk about it, but it's a nice little OSC, I feel. So this character, of course, you can only be able to get 2 copies at the moment if you were able to get lucky on the local bracket. In my case, I was able to be in the local number 1, so I ended up with 2 copies of Chi-Chi. So that just continues happening. In the next 2 world tournaments, I would have her rainbowed. But again, this is not going to happen until maybe March, April. I don't know. It's gonna take a long time because world tournaments are not that frequent. We may have one in December, but we don't know. So let's talk about this unit. Goku's family category lead, key 4, HP attack and defense plus 130%. We're getting 2 super attacks right here. Of course, the 12 key raises attack and greatly raises defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy. And then, of course, on the 18 key, we're greatly raising our attack and defense and causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. We got her passive here real quick. As you can see, the team has a couple of Goku's family characters on alongside us because we do need Goku's family category characters, or just Goku characters as a whole, just to help Chi-Chi with her intro and some of the buffs that she's able to provide to Goku's family characters. With her intro, we get key plus 6 and 159% attack and defense. And then, of course, she's providing Goku's family category ally support 3 key attack plus 70% for at least 2 turns. There was a little bit of a misconception when it came down to utilizing this character. Because of the fact that we have Goku's, right? Let's jump in. The adult version of Goku, right? It cannot be youth or it cannot be anybody else. It has to be Goku that goes into, like, it's either youth or the adult version that triggers specific parts of her kit. So maybe on her intro, you can be able to use whatever Goku, but on her passive buffs, she only needs like a certain Goku, right? So it has to be very specific for some reason. Let's go ahead and jump in.
北東に2300キロか。アロハ。
Oh guys, be careful, it's the guy that ruined the game, Tao. Anyways, so let's go ahead. Of course, the thumbnail shows that she's at full level 10 links. Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do a run with her at full level 1 links, and then I'll link level her and be able to see what she's capable of doing at full level 10. So let's see what she has in store for us. Of course, the 1 turn where we have all of the Gokus, she's not in there. So let's go ahead and read a little bit more about her. So she gets attack and defense plus 100% at the start of the turn. She also gets a 50% chance to perform an additional super. She also has a 50% chance to perform a critical hit. When there's another Goku's family category ally attacking the same turn, we're getting 3 key 100% attack and defense. We're getting a 70% chance of launching an additional super. And then we're providing allies, all allies defense plus 20%. All this is gonna happen when there's a Goku's family category ally on the attacking the same turn. When there's an ally whose name includes Goku, now let's see, it's listed here: Captain Ginyu, Junior, etc. excluded. Attacking the same turn, we're getting 3 key, attack and defense plus 159%. Launches an additional attack that has a 70% chance of becoming a super. And we're providing all allies defense plus 30%.
やつとなら少しは楽しい勝負ができそうだぜ。
おっかあの形見のウェディングドレス。
See, it gives a moment feeling, man. It's just people are just like, oh no, we're angry because this is not how it's supposed to go, right? Anyways, that's just stupid. So we are providing that extra support for Chi-Chi because of the support memory. When attacking, she gets attack and defense plus 150%, and for every attack performed, we're getting a chance of evading enemies' attack up to 20% within the turn. So what we could do, we did float off Path to Power Goku, so we are definitely bound to have another Path to Power. Like, we're definitely bound to have a Goku's family category ally attacking the same turn with Chi-Chi the next turn. So let's do this just to keep an eye out for Chi-Chi. No battle motion for Chi-Chi, unfortunately. So, alright, let's see how she's looking right now. So again, we don't have anybody alongside us that is going to provide her the attack and defensive buffs that she needs. So this is just a raw attack here. So as you can see, right, when there's a Goku on the team, there's no like youth or anything like that, right? There you go. You are able to get the intro, so we got the buffs. When there's another Goku's family category ally attacking the same turn, we're able to get that extra buff. Now, it's a Goku's family category ally, so you're able to get that. But there's some additional buffs that you can get when there's an ally whose name includes Goku. And that's where the whole thing is, like, controversial, I guess? Or just plain, like, a bug, I think. Because the Chi-Chi requires just a normal Goku for her intro, but it could be a youth Goku, or it could be an adult version of Goku, right? But it also could be a Goku who can be an adult, right? But in this instance, it's just no. You have to have a Goku kid or like an adult Goku in order for her passive to trigger. Sorry if it was a bit confusing there, so my apologies. So let's see, what do we have here? Oh no, are you gonna get tongued? Bye, Goku Black. Yeah, so I like her intro, man. Her intro is a nice little moment. So she doesn't have an active skill or anything. Oh, we didn't even get to attack. Tao is just too powerful. I guess this is much better, so it gives us the opportunity to get to see the abilities of our girl Chi-Chi. So alright, I'm gonna try to focus my attacks on Zamasu. This is basically like the infinite HP on Zamasu, so we can take advantage of that just so that we can do some more turns with Chi-Chi. But let's just check and see how we look. So we got a ton of buffs here for Chi-Chi that we can receive, but just having Goku's family characters on the team. Is it in a great spot? I don't know. Because again, we need Goku characters. And some of the Gokus that we have at this lineup can be pretty good, right? UI Goku on his first turn has full dodge, so he's not gonna get touched. Kid Goku, but Kid Goku has not shown up on banners for a very long time. Path of Power Goku can be pretty decent. So in this turn, we're going to try to see it, right? We have a Goku's family character attacking the same turn, so we're getting the 3 key attack and defense plus 100%. We're getting the 70% chance of tossing the additional, and we're providing the extra defense. Now, at 315k defense, we haven't supered with Chi-Chi yet, so this is our opportunity. And then of course the section where it says when there's an ally whose name includes Goku attacking the same turn, we're getting 3 key attack and defense plus 159%, launching an additional that has a 70% chance to becoming a super. So we do have to keep an eye out for this. She is at 55%, so that technically says that we're only getting the level 5 crit, so we're not getting an additional out of this unless you feed in the dupe and build her up, right? But we're not gonna do that. So we're gonna count the amount of attacks that we're gonna do here. This is just a poor amount of orbs that I provided to Goku, unfortunately. The orbs did not help me there. So let's see. If we are able to get 4 attacks out of Chi-Chi, that means that that section of her passive is active just by having the Kid Goku available here. So let's see how Chi-Chi looks here. We're not getting any buffs, unfortunately. So 19 million, okay. Not bad. Again, full level 1 links. I should have checked her links here. There's the 50% chance, okay. 50% chance of launching the additional super attack, went through. And then this is the 70% chance of an additional super attack because the Goku's family category ally attacking the same turn. Okay, so we did not get that extra section of her passive here. Nice, we got them dodges here, perfect. So here's the thing. We might have gotten the I feel like when the Goku's family category ally attacking the same turn, we might have gotten that section of her passive. But we might have not gotten the basic effects, which is just like the 50% chance of launching an additional super attack. So I don't know. I don't know what that bug effect is going on. So let's do that. We're gonna have we're gonna have another Goku attempt here, but this time this is not a youth Goku. It's just Goku. So we'll see. So we'll see if this time around, once we have the rotation, it'll trigger or proc the extra additional. If it is, then yeah, they do need to fix that section of their passive, as it seems to be a bug. So let's see. I also need to charge my phone. That 22 million, I think it was, for Tao. Okay, this is not like the most optimal rotation for Tao. 43 by Tien. I don't remember how many dupes do I have on this Tien. Alright, so we got the revive. Let's see. Chi-Chi's had 459k defense. Not bad. Let's just do some damage here, I guess. I also wanted to get the rainbow key spheres available here. Alright, let's see if Chi-Chi will come through with the additional. So again, she needs to do at least 4 in order for us to see her progress here. Okay, we got the counter here by Tao. Oh boy, Rose, be careful. No, we actually do need to dish some damage to Rose, but at 45 million. Okay. Let's see. 21 million. Okay. Again, 55% is not bad. She doesn't have the best of links active right now. There's the additional. That might be the 50% chance. Then there's the additional, the 70%. Okay. No, that had to be the... Okay, so the basic effect one didn't come through. That had to be the Goku's family category ally attack in the same turn. That additional, that procced. And then the additional that had a Goku on the rotation. So yeah, like it's a weird thing because she could have done 3 supers if the whole super attack thing wasn't bugged and didn't recommend like an actual character that you needed to get here. So so what we're gonna do is that, and one of her best linking partners had to be like in what teams are these? Earthbirth Fighters. Hmm.
それに他のみんながオラに託してくれたんだ。その思いにかけてもここで一歩も引くわけにはいかねえ。
I think we're good to just proceed to the next step here and just showcase her on a full level 10 links and see how well she does at full level 10. But I don't know. I think she's decent again for a World Tournament LR. You can be able to add her into this team. Some extra help for the Earthlings / Earthbirth Fighters team as well. Pretty good, but I feel like that bug is kind of hindering a little bit of her like abilities. All right, this is gonna be a mega juiced up turn for Tao. After we're done here, I will put a pause. We might come back into the same event. I just don't want to like keep getting decimated on special battle and things like that, where you cannot showcase a character decently without absolutely getting blasted by either Rose or Zamasu. Okay. 43 million. All right, I'll pause here and then we'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back. Now Chi-Chi is at full level 10 links. I'm only gonna show her at 55% still, just to keep an eye on the main showcase, right? But we've seen a little bit of her performance at full level 1 links, and now we're gonna see her performance at 55% full level 10 links here. So 470k defense, getting incredible adventure and legendary power active. Let's see if we have the ability here. So I think with her intro, just the only awkward thing is that her intro, some of her intro lasts for like 2 turns. So she already gave her, actually no, this is our first turn. So we got the intro, we got the 6 key and attack and defense plus 159% for just permanently, and then of course we're providing Goku's family support for 2 turns. Attack and defense, attack plus 70% and 3 key. What is going on with me? So we'll see if we can proc all 4 of her additionals that she needs. She needs to get the 50% chance of launching the additional super, the 70% chance of launching an additional super attack when there's a Goku's family category ally attacking the same turn, which we do, and then another additional attack that has a 70% chance of becoming a super attack because we have a Goku attacking the same turn. So let's see here, 27. And that's where with level 10 links. Get the additional here. That could be the 50%. Another additional. That could be the 70%. We are missing 1. And so we're not getting something. We might not be getting the basic effect one, or because she is guaranteed to launch an additional that has a 70% chance of becoming a super attack. So that was the last super that she did. And then the previous super is the 70% chance of launching an additional super attack. Could it be that we failed that? There could be some instances that we could fail that, because it's just 70% chance of launching an additional super attack, and not just an attack that has a chance of becoming a super. So it's a little bit weird, but it's just something that happens there. We will have... Let me float off this Goku, just so that we can have... What I want to secure is the opportunity of us being able to see... Well, we're not going to be able to see it this turn because we float off UI Goku. But the opportunity of seeing if having a Kid Goku and a UI Goku on the same rotation could be the factor there. We'll see. I also want to try to do this before my phone dies. I am thinking about picking up food after this, so... see what's what. But, hey, I mean, Chi-Chi looks pretty good. Of course, you guys want to throw in the memes like, oh my god, Tao, kill the game. Oh my god, Tao is just worthless. No. Like, I understand that, dude. I completely get that. But, you know, this, he is a pretty good leader for Earthlings and Earthbred Fighters, which, of course, Chi-Chi is getting the 200%. 220/250% with this one. And we're providing a lot of support for Goku. So sooner rather than later, right? We are getting Daima Goku in a few days, basically. So that could be a pretty good support to just provide to Goku. 70% attack. That's absolutely mad. So let's try to avoid losing a lot of ki here. I want to give all the ki that I can get so that I can provide the support. That's good. Alright, let's see. Tao. Putting the tongue on people, huh? Okay, 36 million. Okay. Alright, Chi-Chi, let's see. Will she come through? 21 million. And again, for every attack that she does, she gets 20% chance to dodge within the turn, which is nice. It's very good to have. There's the 50 or 70% chance to launching a super attack. Okay, so it only happened twice. Only happened twice. So that might have been the 70% chance to launch an additional super attack because we had a Goku's Family category ally attacking the same turn. So that Kid Goku did not count for that third portion of her passive. That she is launching an additional attack that has a 70% chance to becoming a super attack. So we lost that one. I don't know how to feel about that. Alright, let's direct our attacks now to our dear child Rose, just so that we can keep moving with this one. We're almost like we should be done with the showcase because we've seen all that we had to see for Chi-Chi. She's good, but that misconception that she has on her passive, right? That, oh, we need a Goku's Family category ally attacking the same turn in order for us to proc this, right? Okay, that's good, but then we need to have a Goku. Doesn't matter which Goku. What's listed here, right? Except for like maybe not having youth present in the line of her passive kind of makes it that she is that she's not counting that Kid Goku as a Goku on the rotation. It's a little bit weird. It's something that they might know and learn about after future testing, and they need to fix that soon. Kind of reminds me of that, you know, that video that I made talking about how power creep has been kind of taking over, but you know, they should have a QA team testing out these characters, and they might have forgotten that Goku Youth still counts as a Goku. I don't know. It's just a little bit of a mess, but you know, it is what it is. So now we're gonna hop into the next rotation here and see see what we do. Alright, so we're gonna have Infighter, Guidance of the Dragon Balls, and Incredible Adventure. Incredible Adventure, not Incredible Power. Alright, so we get the healing here. We'll see how many super attacks are we gonna do, but again, this is Kid Goku, so it'll either count or not. But we also have like it's a 50% chance for Goku, like it's a 50% chance for us to launch an additional super attack. So it technically doesn't indicate it. If it's a 50% chance, or like if it's a high chance of launching an additional attack, or launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack, then we would still see the additional being procced in here. It's kind of unfortunate that we can't see it because it's not written as such. It's just has a 50% chance of launching an additional. So there's our first super attack. Nice little damage there. There's the 50%, 70%. Let's see. She might not be counting Kid Goku's here. Okay, there's the additional. That had to be the that 70% chance, or it launches the additional that has a 70% chance to becoming a super. That had to be that one. Okay, not bad. So basically she had 60% chance to launch on this turn because of those attacks. Not bad. Pretty good stuff. And of course, by giving her some additionals on her passive, then she will work out pretty well with that. Is Tao dead here? Yeah, we were pretty low on HP. Perfect timing, I guess. But anyways, let me know down in the comments below what do you guys think of LR Chi-Chi. Looking pretty nice, I feel. It's a nice little option to run. And of course, it's one of the World Tournament LRs, so we're not going to be able to see her Rainbow Star by the end of April or something, right? It might take us like 8 months to rainbow this character because of the frequency of World Tournaments that we've been getting. And of course, for people who do just go steadily, just easy, just am planning on getting the first copy and then dip, and then wait for the 4 World Tournaments in order for you to do that, then yeah, it's going to take you a while to get it to rainbow. But if you do progressively go at it and just get a lot of wins on your local, and you can have a rainbow as soon as the 3rd World Tournament comes in. But I like her. I think the only bug that we're seeing here is like, well, we do have a Goku's Family category ally attack in the same turn, so we are seeing this proc most of the time. This could not proc maybe because it's a 50-50, but then this right here is, well, it's confusing, right? Because it says Goku, but it excludes Captain Ginyu, Junior, etc. So we're not seeing Youth being listed in here. So having Goku Youth should still work, but it doesn't seem like that. It might be related to her wedding, right? It's like, I'm marrying an adult, so like maybe Kid Goku doesn't count or something. I don't know. But that's gonna be it for me. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. LR Chi-Chi. Pretty nice, pretty decent unit overall. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below. Get yourself some gamer subs, 10% off your purchase, and free shipping right now, only for this week. Right now, if you get orders above $50, it's still pretty helpful. 10% off and free shipping. Get yourself some good stuff. I appreciate you guys stopping by watching this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys all in the next video.